So we come to now talk about the concept of velocity and how it is different from the concept of speed. And I'd like to explore this concept with the help of a scenario, an imaginary scenario that I'm going to talk about. So consider the following situation. This is the coastline with Mumbai being there. This is the Arabian Ocean.
Arabian Sea.
Okay, and don't worry about the accuracy of the map. It's not a map that is done to scale. It's just for representative purposes. And imagine that uh, on one particular day, maybe today morning, at around 4 a.m., let's keep it as 4 a.m., an ATM somewhere in the outskirts of Mumbai got broken into, and the thieves decamped with the cash. So for the next 3 hours, let's say, I know I said 2 hours a little while back, it doesn't really matter. Let's say for 3 hours, the police got no information about the movement of the, about even the fact that the ATM got hit. So they did not know, and this was the plan. The police, the thieves had 3 full hours to do whatever it is that they wanted to do, and naturally their instinct would be to go as far away from the scene of the crime as possible. So the police has to take that into assumption that the thieves will attempt to run away. Now, as soon as they receive the information, Mumbai police, which is one of the best police forces in the country, most well equipped and so on, most experienced also, immediately get into their GPS database, the information that they have put together over many years. And what they have is that they have the precise information of what kind of average speeds do vehicles move at all times of the day. That is, the traffic police department has put together this information of what is the average speed with which vehicles move in 24 hours on a weekday, on a weekend, etc., etc. So they find out that information and they say that, okay, what we know is that these vehicles from 4 a.m. Up to 7 a.m., the vehicles can go at an average speed of something like about 50 kilometers per hour. All right. So what they need to do is they need to put a cordon around the Mumbai city from where they can trap off or stop off all the exit and entry routes. Are you able to follow what I'm trying to say? So what they have to do is they have to narrow down their search area to as small an area as possible, and they have to stop them from going outside of the smallest region possible. That way it will be an easier job for them. If they got away and they left the state or they went to some other part of the country, then it would become that much more harder for them to catch the criminals. Okay, so where should they start drawing the cordon? Obviously all exit routes from Mumbai, but how far away from Mumbai? Or how far away from the scene of the crime?
150 kilometers.
Yeah, so consider average speed of 50 kilometers per hour for 3 hours. If they have been traveling, you have to go about a distance of 150 kilometers from the city, and you have to draw a cordon.
Wait, so like that's the average, right? So sometimes it can be more also, right? So
Yeah,
they should keep some margin.
yeah, but if it was consistently, yeah, you can keep a margin of another plus or minus 50 kilometers. That is,
Because we can't let them escape, right? We have to like catch them.
yeah. So let us say that plus or minus plus another 50 kilometers, just to be on the safer side. But it just makes it that much more harder for you. There will be so many more routes going out from that region every time you increase that cordon. But I get your point. Okay, and of course we do not know if they are criminals who are in cahoots with organizations outside of India. So it's also entirely possible that they could be in a region that is going out to the sea also. So they have to consider this possibility. The Mumbai police may not be able to do anything about it. They will have to get in touch with the Coast Guard regarding this region. Okay, but this region, what
But if they escape into Gujarat, Mumbai police won't have the permission to catch them, right?
yeah, they can apply for permission to cordon off the roads. That shouldn't be a problem. Are you with the criminals or are you with the police? Adil.
Criminals.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
Sure.
So the main roads that are leading out from this region, in those areas, they can put off a cordon and
Just one sec.
limit the area in which they'll conduct their search. Yes,
So they can't go more than 50 kilometers per hour.
yes. The historical information that they have, because they have the data, is that that is the best they can do during that period of time, considering the traffic and the state of the roads and the vehicle that they are using.
They're going. Oh,
And the day.
And that particular day, which in this case happens to be a weekday. Okay. So all the GPS information that has been collected through Google Maps and all that contributes to this kind of information.
they can take the sea route also, no?
Yeah, so I have cordoned off the sea route also. But then
Sure.
Sorry.
the Coast Guard about that.
Hear that.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Also, it'll be like, if they're clever enough, why will they want to go outside the city? Because they know the police will be searching them outside, right?
yes, if they are clever enough,
The police will be searching.
the
Also,
police
no.
has to do both. They have to search within the city also. But what I said was, in order to cordon off the region that they need to search, obviously they will start within the city, but they have to also
is the
ensure
heart
at
of
the
the
same
cordon,
time
man.
that they don't affect the region. So that is why the cordon is necessary. Yes.
Sir, what if they take an air route?
Okay, Adil, you take the air route.
We have security in airport, right? So they will see how are you carrying so much
अरे
cash.
3-4 लाख पैसा मारा होगा.
What about skydiving?
उसको एक
In this situation, they are not taking it.
करके 5 लाख खर्चा कर देंगे. थोड़ा सोचा
So
कर
they can
यार.
always make
What
that
if they
into some kind of
already have
jewelry or
an
something.
helicopter?
Adil is
So
the
that's
criminal.
true. That's
Yeah, but
also
that
a
won't be wrong.
possibility.
That's very unlikely.
So I was saying that the precise information that is lacking in this case is that in what direction these criminals are going to go, because nobody saw them for 3 hours. We do not know whether they are heading north or south or further east or further northeast or southeast. We do not know. So we have to cordon off the entire region, and the effective cordon would of course include this entire region. I mean, we can leave out this Gulf region over here because they would be getting trapped again over there. But this is the region that we have to be looking at. Now, to be a little bit more specific, I want to talk about another example, this time not involving criminals and so on. Let us say that at the end of the whole lockdown business, we say that we are going to open schools, and Sahyadri School, of course, is going to be a school that is going to be open. And most of you, if not all of you, and I'm sure some of you don't fit into this category, are very happy to come back to school, right? So we say, all right, it's now possible for you to come back to school. So you start off from your house over here, and just for argument's sake, let us say that Sahyadri School is just somewhere off to the east. It's not exactly off to the east. You will be surprised actually how directly east this particular region where Sahyadri school is. Pune is a little bit further south than that, but Sahyadri school is around there. To Thane, it is more or less like perfectly to the east. So this is Sahyadri school, and let us say that it so happens that there is an dedicated super highway that goes straight from one part of Mumbai to Sahyadri school. Okay, and this distance is about 200 kilometers. Okay, now let us say that you left from Mumbai very early. Let us say that it's not 5 a.m. but you left not 4 a.m. but 5 a.m. Let me get rid of this time also. And you travel at an average speed of 50 kilometers per hour for 4 hours. I hope I'm clear. You're going from your home in Mumbai, or you arrived in Mumbai from wherever you came, and then you're taking a dedicated highway going straight from Mumbai to Sahyadri school across the mountains and so on. Don't ask me how we did it, we just did it. And you left at 5 a.m. You travel for 4 hours at an average speed of 50 kilometers per hour. At that rate, are you going to reach Sahyadri school in 4 hours or not? So that is the question I'm asking you. So don't be in a hurry to answer this question. Take your time thinking carefully about it. Yes, I am tricking you. What do you say? Yes, so you can take turns asking whatever question that you have to ask. Yes, go ahead.
Are you stopping for breaks or something?
No, it's an average speed. You're going at an average speed of about 50 kilometers per hour, or let's say that you don't take any breaks. You're just going flat out 50 kilometers per hour.
Sir, it also depends on the gear.
Gear? You mean
What?
clothes that you're wearing?
Oh God, this is a silly question. That is definitely a silly question.
An average speed is including brakes.
Is
Yeah, everything.
yes.
Yeah.
You stop for break,
So can I try?
susu break, everything. Yeah.
So I'm sure you won't be able to reach in 4 hours.
You're sure you won't be able to reach in 4 hours?
Why
You're
is that?
sure?
Sure, you'll be able to do that.
Sir,
Why?
no, we'll not reach.
Because sir, unless you're a robot, you can't like continuously go at that speed.
It's an
It
average.
is mentioned.
Situation.
That's why I'm saying it's an average.
It's an average.
I'm not saying practically. Practically, there exists no highway between Mumbai and Sahyadri school.
But sir, if
It's a thought experiment, guys.
so if
It's a straight line, right? So it will be a airplane route.
Yeah, you are traveling on a straight line route.
you're like,
Okay.
I mean, it's a highway and you're going to drive more than 50.
So, okay, so let's cut to the chase, okay? We don't have a lot of time also. So the obvious thing is that you are saying, you're going to say that, yeah, it doesn't, I mean, there doesn't seem to be any other way. If you're going on a straight line path, and you're traveling at an average speed of 50 kilometers per hour for 4 hours, you will cover 200 kilometers, and therefore you will reach school, provided you are heading in that direction. That is one thing I did not state. If you think about it carefully, it's a bit of a trick, maybe it's a dirty trick, but I never stated that you head towards Sahyadri school. Okay?
It's
There's an
mentioned
arrow
there.
there. There's an
I
Yeah,
said
there's
you
an arrow
wanted
there.
to.
That is an arrow.
I said you wanted to, but I never said you're heading there. You said straight, I agreed straight. You could be heading straight in this direction.
Okay, fine.
You could be heading straight in
Sir,
this.
I'm saying everyone
So-
in this class was heading to Sayad for you.
No, I said you wanted to. I said that the pandemic got over, the school decided to open. I never said that you left from your home towards Sahyadri school. I just said you left from your home at 5 a.m. and travel 50 kilometers per hour. Okay. You may disagree with what I'm saying. Every year students disagree with me about this particular thing. It's just a trick that I play on people. And that is the reason why I talked earlier about the ATM theft. Okay. And usually people happily forget that scenario. So the thing is that the correct answer that you can give is you are going to be 200 kilometers away from Mumbai, but you can't be sure that you will be in Sahyadri unless you're moving towards Sahyadri to begin with. All right. Which again gives us the same possibility that you are going to be somewhere in terms of a 200 kilometer radius from Mumbai. Okay. But since the direction is not absolutely made clear, us being physics students, we have to say, I cannot tell you with certainty that you will be in Sahyadri school. That will be true only if you are moving towards Sahyadri school. Okay. Which
Sir.
means, interestingly, so you drop this whole trick aside. In order to predict accurately where you are going to be if you move at a certain speed for a certain duration of time, not only is the magnitude important, the direction is equally important. Okay. If you say that how much distance are you going to cover by doing this, traveling at 50 kilometers per hour on average for 4 hours, then it is possible for you to say it will do 200 kilometers. But whether you will reach Sahyadri school or not, for that the information is insufficient. So therefore, velocity is also a quantity that requires magnitude and direction for a complete description. Okay, without both of these quantities, you are not going to be able to say or predict accurately what is going to be the outcome. So therefore, velocity is also what can be called as a vector quantity. Okay, whereas speed is basically something that for which you don't need to specify direction in order to predict what is going to happen. Okay, so speed is, and often you will see that velocity and speed are used interchangeably. Sometimes even the word is used interchangeably, and you will see that when you write down the velocity of an object or the speed of an object, you write it down in exactly the same manner. So you can write down 50 kilometers per hour. This can be the velocity or the speed. Okay, but if it is velocity, then it is understood that you are using it as a vector quantity, so the direction is also involved. Okay, more on that in the next class.
Speed without
If there is,
direction.
yeah,
So,
no, speed.
velocity is basically speed,
Directed speed.
in vector format.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so if there are any doubts or questions about this, you can raise now. Otherwise, you can go for lunch.